everybody, it's Eric with VicBaggers and VicBaggers.com, and today I want to talk to you real quick about some of the products that and do some install instruction on some of the products that we have. We get some questions on these every once in a while, and these will have similar installs. We have our luggage rack, our tour pack, and one of our backrests. We offer these in a few different configurations that I don't have shown here. The luggage rack is also available with a tall backrest built in. This again is our short backrest. We also have a tall version of this backrest. We do have the tour pack bracket, which is also available with reinforcement, and we also have that available with a tour pack as a complete unit if you'd like as well. So today we're going to kind of discuss some of the differences in those and kind of the installs with some of that and show you how to do that today. And we appreciate for you guys tuning in to watch as we kind of do some of these videos. Okay, before we put our tour pack on, I want to show you our tour pack reinforcement bracket. We're going to go ahead and put it in place. So the tour pack reinforcement goes in place of the license plate. I've already removed that. Obviously you should be able to take your license plate off, and then there's left with a license plate bracket. I believe it's two 10mm bolts that come out and your license plate bracket will remove. So our bracket that reinforces that goes in its place. It's basically this steel plate mount, and it comes with some hardware here. So we've got basically two flathead bolts here with Allens, and we've got these spacers, and the spacer, it does have a tapered side and a flat side. So, and then we've also got a washer, and it's got a rubber side obviously and a steel side. So basically when we install this, this will go through the panel, and the tapered side needs to face towards the bolt when we're putting it through the panel, and then the flat washer on. So when that's assembled, it will look like this, again with the tapered side facing the panel. The bolt goes through the two holes, the aluminum side here, and then the rubber side faces the actual paint of the motorcycle. So we do that so we're not taking a chance to damage any of the paint on there. And then that just goes in place of where your factory license plate mount went. It's a 4mm head on the Allen, and we're just going to tighten this down here. You may need to loosen this when we get ready to install the tour pack just to line everything up a little bit. You may not need to do that, so just keep that in mind. Try to keep everything kind of loose, and then come back and tighten everything up when you're ready to finish everything. So we're going to just hand tighten that for now, and we're going to move forward with putting our tour pack bracket on. So we'll just pause for a moment. All right, we've got our tour pack bracket, and this is for if you have a razor pack of some sort, or if you've bought one of our kits with our tour packs that are a really nice unit, would come with a kit like this. Now for this particular setup, we did open up the holes a little bit than what we had. You may have an older model and it has the holes may need to be opened up here on the bottom just a little bit. If you're having some alignment issues, just take a drill and a drill bit and open them up just a tad. So basically we're going to remove our two bolts here. Now inside, between the frame and the fender, there are also two 13mm head bolts. Now I went ahead and loosened those, and I'm going to show you where those are at. I'm going to grab my light here real quick and set my tour pack bracket down, and we'll zoom into this here. So I want to show you this. You'll need an open end wrench, a 13mm wrench, and that is located down inside of here, and you'll need to loosen these up just a bit to be able to get the tour pack to slide, and that's the same on each side. We have one on each side of the 13mm head bolt, so there's one over here on this side in between, and then one here. So you'll need to loosen both of those, and I wanted to show that to you real quick. So the tour pack bracket has mounting tabs on the side as well, and that's what these will slide into, these pieces here. So you're going to have mounting up here on the front as well as on each side. So, and with the tour pack reinforcement in place, that does kind of assist with holding it in place, so we're not taking the opportunity to scratch maybe our paint. And I keep a rubber mallet handy when I'm doing these. And also one thing you need to be aware of is keeping some of your wiring and lines, like the brake lines run over here and they tend to bunch up a little bit. So we're just going to tap this thing down in place, and we're going to be holding our brake lines out of the way. nice and seated there. Okay. Now we'll put our two 13mm head bolts up here in the front. Go. We're just going to tighten these down just a little bit. We're not going to get them crazy tight. And then we're going to move on to these. Now these will be time consuming. We've got to get down in between here with the open end wrench, just like we showed you before. So we'll go ahead and pause. You don't need to see me getting in there with an open end wrench. It's time consuming to do that. So we'll kind of pause, but you need to take your open end part of the wrench, you need to get down in there, and you need to tighten these back up onto the bracket. Okay, some of the hardware that comes with the reinforcement as we're going to attach the Torpack to the reinforcement. We've got a couple little pieces here. We've got our upper aluminum bushing, our lower aluminum bushing, and then one Allen head bolt here. This is a 5/32. This is a standard instead of metric on that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take our lower bushing and we're going to put our bolt up through there. And that goes in from the bottom up, the slotted portion. Now if you had an earlier version of the Torpack, this may not have a hole in the Torpack and you may need to drill that. We now offer them with the slots in there. We're going to start threading that on there. You can apply a little bit of Loctite if you desire. Put on that. And we're going to continue to tighten that down. And you get the idea. You don't need to sit here and watch me tighten it. That may take a couple minutes, but so we'll go ahead and pause and we'll move on to the next thing as I tighten this. So I want to talk to you just real quick. Our luggage rack will go on the same way as the Torpack did. Now, however, the backrest scenarios, which we have a tall and a short. This is our short, and this is the customer had this one on there before, and we removed it to put our Torpack bracket on there to show you that as well. But the Torpack the backrest goes on in a similar fashion, except for you do not have to loosen the side bolts, the 13mm there. You're able to actually loosen these bolts here, remove those out of the way, and this is where your strap comes up through for your passenger. But basically this would set in its place if you do have or just running the backrest. You cannot run our backrest and the luggage rack or Torpack as a double type unit. Now we do again offer the luggage rack with a backrest built into it. That is one of the options that we have. And then we also have the tall and short backrest as without any type of luggage applied to that. And then of course then this is our Torpack mount. So we've got this all the way down now. So we'll pause for a second and we'll grab the seat, and I want to just show you some tricks to that as you're putting on the seat, because it is a little bit tighter fit, and kind of give you guys an idea of what that's going to look like. Okay, so I've set my seat up on here. Now it is a lot tighter fit with the bracket because the bracket is taking up some space. So what I typically do when I get that section down into the groove, into the hole, I usually take the seat and I really kind of pop it back a little bit, so to make sure that it's seated firmly all the way back as far as I can. And you guys may just be that tight of a fit for some of you that you may need an extra person just kind of helping pull back when you try to do the install. but then we're ready to put our bolt back in. Like so. And then we'll tighten up accordingly. Don't over tighten those, guys. When you go cranking on that, that is plastic underneath there. Just snug it up real nice, because we see so many of these things coming in where threads are just all boogered up and people have just cranked on them. The plastic's broke on the seat, so they don't have to, you don't have to torque on these things. So anyway, so that's going to be the seat thing. Again, if you need to tap on that quite a bit, just go ahead and tap that and get that seated in there real good. Now, if you want to come back here, that will leave a little bit. Some people aren't real crazy about the gap. Now, this is a heated seat. This is a Nest model, so it's a little bit unique. But you can see it does fit really nice with the lines. It does set the seat up just a tad, but most people don't even notice it. Especially if you're running a tour pack, you won't notice it at all. The backrest is even less, but as you can see, it does flow well with the bike. So we're going to conclude today. I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch our videos. So even though I can't speak well, taking the time to watch our videos today, and we appreciate the opportunity to earn your business, and we hope that you like the products that we produce for the Victories, Indians, and the Harleys. So they are made here in-house in Francisco, Indiana at our shop. Please check us out at VicBaggers.com for all your needs. If there's anything that you do need that we don't see and that we can help you with, our phone number is 812-782-3476, and Melanie's email is sales@VicBaggers.com. Thanks again, guys.